Hi there. I was on a walk the other day. No phone, no music, nothing. Just me. And I got to thinking, what's the purpose of life? What am I here for? What am I doing? Where am I going? And it kind of made me realize, and I had an epiphany, and I realized that this is life. This is where I am. And so in that moment, I decided to look out into the world. I decided to feel my feet under me, looking at the birds, hearing them chirping, feeling the dead leaves under my feet, knowing that spring is around the corner and that everything's starting to grow again, and that's life. I think that I realized that whatever I'm looking for is already inside of me. And in that, I took a second to be like, hey, this is where I am right now, and this is life. Life doesn't come at you. I think that life comes from you. So that's why I think it's important to vest some type of positivity into our life and to find the good in our life, because it comes from you. If you see yourself negatively, you're going to see the world negatively. If you see the world negatively, you're going to see yourself negatively. So I think that we need to start being intentional with finding more positivity in our life so that we can in turn feel better about the world around us. Not to say we're delusional in a sense of like ignoring all the negativity around us, but more so accepting it and maybe even trying to find some positivity in the negative. I think that our hyperfixation with our actions and how we're perceived often makes us act in ways that are unbefitting of ourselves. I think that so often we're just busy, acting based on what other people think of us, and in that we lose ourselves because it's not coming from ourselves. In saying that whatever you're looking for is already inside of us is meaning to be authentic with yourself, to let yourself create, to let yourself explore, to let yourself think, but not to get lost in thought. As I was on my walk thinking of what is life, and I started to get lost in the world, I realized that I need to adopt that mindset more in my own life. Because when all you do is think about being better, the next step, this, that, the other, I think that we can get lost and we can get pulled away from what life really is. And what life really is the experience, and it's who we become on that road to experience. So I think we need to do a better job at being kind to ourselves. We need to do a better job at accommodating a perspective that accommodates us. And in that, I think that we learn to love and embrace what we are, because the world stops becoming so much what you think other people want of you, and it starts becoming who you are. In that, I think that we don't owe anyone an explanation for where we are, for who we are. But I think that we owe it to ourselves to act in a way that's in accordance to who we are and to what we are, to what we feel. If something makes you happy, I think that we need to do it. And not say, oh, well, other people might think I'm this, that, whatever. No, you have to do it from you. I think that what you see in the world is what you carry in your heart. You have to accept yourself to accept the world. So everything is new in the present moment, I think that we need to be able to process through this struggle, process through our emotions, but be present enough to be where we are. Be present enough to love who you are. And I think that's one thing that I need to do more often, and one thing that I'm actually working on nowadays. And it's kind of new to me, and I'm just happy with the way my life's shifted in the last little bit, because I'm finally accepting the world and I'm accepting myself. And I'm trying to let go of my need to be better, my need to be everything I'm not, and just be where I am, be who I am for me. And that's not easy, because obviously we all want to get better, and I'm not saying don't chase your ambitions, don't chase betterment, but accept who you are. And I think that when we actually do these things that accommodate who we are, we just become naturally by result. I think it's about letting yourself express yourself. listening to yourself, but not getting lost in thought all the time, and learning to live life just by experiencing it for what it is. So I think we need to just put ourselves out there more and, be a friend to yourself. Be who you are. Be where your feet are. Let the world engulf you. Let the world bring you so much joy and passion, and live your life for you, and stop living it in accordance to what other people think. And I think that's what we all need to do. Every single present moment is defining your future. And when you think about that, you have the chance to make the right decision right now. And you have the chance to love yourself right now in this moment. You have the chance to do all these things. It's never too late. And that's one thing that I'm kind of learning now, is that it's never too late to love yourself. It's never too late to be doing all these things for you. And I think that's one thing I need to do more often. I think it's just knowing that regardless of what happens, it's you. It's your life, Put some positivity around who you are. Do new things, try new things, let yourself create, be creative. Do new things, try new things, meet new people, love the people that are around you. Live your life in accordance to you, and you'll be much happier. And if not, I think we need to just keep diving into who we are, become more familiar with yourself. Be a friend to you. Truly, be a friend to you. You stop chasing external validation. Because when you are your own audience, you don't need to perform for other people. And so, yeah, that's what I have for today. I think I'm going to go for a walk. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to enjoy it. That's what life is about. That's what I want to be about. Take care of yourself. I love you.